What's going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we are back with another press conference reaction from Xabi Alonso ahead of our game against Real Sociedad. Now, news that's come out today, even before I planned on really doing this stream, was Rudiger has suffered a serious injury. And according to reports, he's going to be out for a while. And now I'm getting pissed off. And we're going to talk about it alongside going through Xabi Alonso's press conference. Big up to everybody that's in here, right? Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, get in the chat. Let me know what you're saying about Rudiger's injury. Let me know what you're saying about the match for Real Sociedad, right? What kind of impact do you think Rudiger not being here for a long time is going to have on the squad? Big up to the chat every single time. And look, we're going to be here for like the next hour. Don't forget, we also have Football Chaos later. So it's going to be a great day for content. Big up everybody that's in here. No politics. No politics. I know that the world, especially in America, at the moment, is a bit mad. But we're not here to talk about any of that stuff, right? We're going to keep it football. We're not going to be doing all the other stuff, bro. But I do appreciate everybody that's in here. What's going on, Anna? Big up. Let me see. How am I supposed to even pronounce this name, brother? But he says, as a Madrid fan, I'm a failure. I actually smiled reading that title. Nah, look, bro. Yellow card. First yellow card. What do you mean you smiled reading the title? What, you happy that Rudiger is out? You're happy that Rudiger got injured? Nah, we might have to send you to the shadow realms, bro. You like, what do you mean? Yeah, bro, you failed. You failed. What's wrong with you, bro? Omega, what's up, my guy? Says, big up Carnage. Another beautiful for the Maristas. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, but I appreciate that. It says, Militao is already getting minutes. Asensio will get more minutes now. Yeah, I do agree. I look, again, we'll get into it. Don't worry. Let's see. I mean, Militao has looked like our second best center back. So, it's not that deep, right? I guess. But just in terms of depth, it's like, bro, we're generally always Hospital FC as is. And then now we got to deal with another fucking injury. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. This is a madness, bro. Big up to Jordan sending his 8th month members chat. Hey, look, man, W Jordan says W Madrid. Nah, come on, my guy. You already know you're the honorary oos of the fan base. Come on, Jordan. Big up, my G. I appreciate that, bro. 8 months is crazy, bro. That's wild. Nah, Jordan, you're a real one, my guy. You literally been here since like last summer as well before things kind of took off a bit. Let me see. Jason, what's going on, bro? Says, big up Carnage, Aguado/John Marcia, and Asensio as replacements for Rudiger. I mean, hey, look, Xabi Alonso's going to have to tap into that academy a little bit. I already told you guys that I viewed him as that kind of manager that was going to bring the youth into the team. You saw that with Gonzalo Garcia. You see that he's trying to find minutes for Thiago Pittarch. Now, right, Aguado is right there. We blocked his move. I think Aguado was about to go to Dortmund, and we stopped that transfer from happening, right? Xabi Alonso wanted him to stay. So clearly, right, this is going to be an opportunity for him. But we're definitely going to have to break it down because, yeah, Rudiger being injured, even though a lot of people didn't want him starting anyways, and whether you actually rated him or not, it's still something that does impact the squad. So we will break it down a bit more. Staffy rated? Big up to man like Staffy, bruv. Now you guys are going to get to watch some actual entertaining content, right? None of that garbage that he's over there spewing on Staffy TV, right? If you're new, welcome to Football Carnage. Your day has just gotten better. The best Madrid channel on YouTube. Just the best football content creator, period, on YouTube. So, look, Staffy doesn't do many things right. But when he redirects to me, it's one of the few times that I can say Staffy actually got something right. So, look, big up, everybody. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. get in the chat. But now, look, big up man like Samoa Joe. I appreciate it every single time, bro. Yeah, man, the unathletic turkey with the raid. W, my guy, Staffy. Oh, my goodness. Kingsley, what's good, bro? How are you? Hold on. I am trying to pull up a couple of these tweets here before we actually get into it with Rudiger. Because I didn't even peep that he was injured until, like, right before I was supposed to start. So that's why we are a little bit late. The shit threw me off. I'm going to be honest. Rudiger the clown? How is Rudiger a clown? For getting injured? You ever played sports before, bro? He got injured during training. How is he a clown? Big up to my guy, Omar. Come on, G. Yeah. I would invite Papillon on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could give him some advice on how to be better. He could hold that, though. Nah, but big up Papillon, man. Big up. Man like Osama bin Papi. Come on. Let's see. Camavinga now becomes key at DM since he will probably use Tchouaméni at center back. I mean, we already use Tchouaméni at center back. Remember, Tchouaméni on the ball, it's a back three. Tchouaméni drops deep. Off the ball, he runs into midfield. I think it's going to be the same thing with Militao now. Why would Xabi Alonso switch that up? It just wouldn't really make sense like that, you know? Big up to my guy, Jacob. Says, big up Carnage. There's an easy solution. Make it 3-0 in the first 30 minutes, then bring Asensio or whoever is there. I feel like that's a lot easier said than done, bro. I'm going to be honest. Like, of course, if everybody could just be up 3-0 in the first 30 minutes, everybody would do it. It's not that easy, my guy. Okay. Let's do a few more chats, then we're going to actually get into it. Yeah, I mean, this is the last year of his contract. That's a good point. Let me see. Brig up. London Gaming Tammo says, yo, Carnage, I hope you stay safe with all the stuff happening in America. Yeah, bro. I'm always safe, bro. This is why, look, I don't do politics, okay? Nobody's going to want to take me out for saying Carlo out or for wanting, I don't know, like Vinicius dropped or something like that. I don't got to worry about these things. But now, look, bro. America is not as bad as what the media want to make it out to be. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Let me see. But I hope that you're good as well, though, my guy. I appreciate that. But, yo, chat, let's actually get into it, right? Like I said, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's try to get to 100 likes as quickly as possible. I don't even want to have to bring up likes for the rest of the show. I'm going to check in on the progress, but I shouldn't even have to say nothing, right? Let's try to get to 100 likes. It's over 100 people in the building already. Every one of you guys, smash that like button. It takes literally 1.2 seconds, okay? But let's get into it. So we do have some breaking news concerning Rudiger. He has suffered an injury in training, and he's not going to be available for the foreseeable future. And I'm pretty pissed off, being very honest here. It's not because I view Rudiger as a player that should be starting, because since the Club World Cup, when he came back early from his injury, Rudiger underneath Xabi Alonso has looked very mid. But the reason that I'm pissed off is because this is why we should have gotten another center back in the summer. It's fantastic. We signed Dean Howson. Phenomenal. But why didn't we go and try and get somebody else? Because essentially, with Rudiger being injured, I now have to rely solely on Militao for the most part. And Militao looks like he is getting back to his good form. But this man has torn his ACLs twice in the last 24 months. I can't depend on him to play heavy minutes. So now, aside from Militao, you got to look at Asensio, who was arguably our worst player in the Club World Cup. And then you got to look towards the academy. Real Madrid should have went in the summer window, got Dean Howson, We should have also went and got Saliba. I know that the reports came out saying that we tried to sign Konate, but Liverpool were blocking the offers. But then why not go out there and make an offer for somebody else then? So now we are a bit short at center back. Big up to Dally for the raid. Come on, my guy. I appreciate that. Now, this is what Madrid are saying. Following tests conducted on Rudiger by Real Madrid's medical services, he has been diagnosed with an injury to the rectus femoris muscle in his left leg, awaiting further development. Now, I don't know where the fuck your rectus femoris muscle is on your leg. I have no idea, okay? I don't know why these scientists name the body parts. So just say he has a fucking thigh injury or an ankle injury or a knee injury. Give me all these medical terms, bruv. I don't know what the fuck that is. Point is, it's not good because it's already been confirmed. Rudiger is out for 3 months. 3 months. Do you know how wild that is? Essentially, this is Rudiger's last season at the club. This guy is not going to be available until maybe January. In his last season at this club, Rudiger's going to only be playing about 6 months of it. That's mad when you think about it. 3 months. And they're saying that this happened during training. What kind of drills were we doing to sustain an injury like this? How? It's the day before a game. What does Xabi have my man doing? Running up mountains? Again, it's not that I'm upset because Rudiger is a key piece. This is not 23-24, right? Where Rudiger was one of the best defenders in the world. He's fallen off a bit. But Real Madrid have nobody to blame but themselves. How many times did Rudiger not get rest? Over the last 24 months, this guy Rudiger damn near played every single match. 90 minutes, week in, week out, no rest. And his body has finally broken down because that's natural. But this is Madrid's fault. This is why in the summer window, you're allowed to strengthen your squad to avoid being short, to avoid not having any holes in your squad. I don't get it. What could he have possibly been doing in training to sustain an injury that will keep him out for 3 months? Thank God this is not Dean Howson. If this was Dean Howson, wrap the season up. Wrap it up. Do you know how crazy that is? So now a player in Militao who can't stay fit to save his life. This guy Militao sneezes the wrong way. He has to miss damn near 3 months. Now I'm going to have to rely on Militao to play a majority of these minutes for the next 3 months. This is why when we talked about Madrid's transfer window, I gave it a 7 because I liked the signings that we made. I liked Howson, of course, world class. I liked the addition of Trent. Alvaro Correas is starting to come good. He's playing well. Man like Franco, more of a project, one for the future. I thought we had a solid window. But the reason that it couldn't get higher than a 7, what is one thing that myself and many other Madrid creators said? We should have gotten another center back. Even before the transfer window started, I said we need 2 center backs minimum. Militao is made out of glass. This guy's hamstrings is made out of Swiss cheese and Doritos. It can't last. He's shown us that over the last 2 seasons. Rudiger is getting up there in age. He's not the same player that he used to be. And now we're in this situation where we could possibly find ourselves very short defensively. We had such a good start to this season. We look solid at the back. Only conceded 1 goal so far. Not making the same mistakes that we did in the past. And once again, we have turned back into Hospital FC. I hope that Xabi Alonso can explain what was going on in training for this kind of injury to happen. Bruv, look at the games that he's going to miss. Look at the games that Rudiger will miss. Sociedad, Marseille. Let's look at, okay, you know what? We don't got to name, or let's just name the big games that we will not have Rudiger here for. He won't be there against Marseille. He won't be there against Atleti. He won't be there against Villarreal. He won't be there against Juventus. He won't be there against Barca. He won't be there for Liverpool. He won't be there for Man City, possibly. That's about 7 big games. So the question now becomes, what is Xabi Alonso going to do? Luckily, we do have some options. Militao is going to obviously have to go and be starting. He's going to have to be that other center back next to Housen. I don't want to see Tchouaméni starting at center back. Continue to do with Tchouaméni what you've been doing. That DM center back role. On the ball, back 3. Tchouaméni drops. Off the ball, Tchouaméni's back in that midfield. Do not switch what you're doing with Tchouaméni. So Militao is going to have to be that partnership next to Housen. And then the bench options. Next man up mentality. Asensio. You were shit in the Club World Cup. But I don't forget how good he played for us last season. Asensio is the only reason that we didn't concede more goals. Last season, when he burst onto the scene, Asensio was absolutely balling. Asensio last season was by far our best defender. So he's going to need to tap back into his form from last season. What happened in the Club World Cup, that's the reason why he's not playing. Because since Xabi Alonso's got here, Asensio's been hot ass. So he needs to hold bench. But now he has an opportunity to once again, through injury, earn more minutes. He is that next man up off the bench. Aside from that, David Alaba is there. But, I mean, David Alaba. Oh, my God. I think we want to use him more as a DM. That's what the reports are saying. That Xabi Alonso would like to use David Alaba, basically as like a midfielder, like a holding midfield. I don't fucking know, bro. So you have Asensio, Alaba, but what I'm looking forward to is seeing what Xabi Alonso does with the academy. There's 2 players that have gotten hyped up a lot. Diego Aguado, who came to the Club World Cup with us, did not play, but we blocked the move. Dortmund wanted to sign this kid. We blocked a move from Dortmund. Why would we do that? This kid better get fucking minutes. It's time for us to see what our academy can do. You also have Jean Martinez, the 16-year-old. I think he's 17 now. Remember, he went on preseason with us last year. Everybody was sucking him off, saying how great he is. They're saying that he's returned. He's in the academy. I think he's playing for, I forget which level. But you have him there as well. I would like to see one of them get minutes or be brought in to the first team setup throughout this period. These are Xabi Alonso's options right here. Now, again, I don't know where. What's the injury again? Let me pull it up. I'm not sure where your rectus femoris muscle is. No, you know what? We're going to Google this. Where could this be? Because I don't know why they just couldn't say, yeah, Rudiger got a knee injury. All right. All right, chat. Hold on. We're about to become biology carnage. Hold on. Oh my gosh. This shit looking like fucking science class. All right. Hold on, chat. All right, look. Here we are. So, let me see. Open image in new tab. Bro, this man got a thigh injury. This man got a thigh injury. This is where he's injured at, in his thigh. Like where his lap is. I mean, how do you injure that? What do you guys think happened? Maybe like somebody came in with like a slide tackle, or how the fuck do you injure that? Oh my days, bro. Now I'm super annoyed, man. We 100% should have went out there and spent money on a center back. This is why I said, bro, go get Saliba. Go get Saliba. Just drop the 90 million. Just do it. Do it. Bro. The depth is already starting to hit us. The injury bug has arrived, chat, right on time. These last few years, it feels like it's never late. It's always right when the season is really getting into things. That's when the injury bug comes to Real Madrid. So, essentially, I think this is the thigh, right? Like, Rudiger got a thigh injury, bro. The rectus femoris. What kind of fancy-ass name it? Bro, just tell me he got an upper leg injury, bro. Yeah, man. Look, chat, what are you guys saying about Rudiger's injury? Again, he is going to be out for 3 months. Mad. On top of that, look at all the games that he is going to miss. These are some big games. Again, it's like I said earlier. It's not like we want Rudiger to be starting right now because he's not been playing at a high enough level to warrant being our starter week in, week out anymore. But it's the fact of depth. You need that because other injuries in these 3 months will happen. You guys think Militao is going to be fit every single game? Do you guys think Housen is not going to need some rest at some point in time? This injury is strictly down to Real Madrid. Rudiger, for the last 2 to 3 seasons, was playing damn near every single match. 90 minutes, no rest. His body is broken down. And I don't think that we prepared enough in the summer window for this possibility. Now, we already talked about what options Xabi Alonso does have. And let's just see how this manager figures this situation out. But yeah, I need you guys to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Let me see what you guys are saying. So Muhammad says Perez is at fault. This guy is the problem for this club. Are you stupid, bruv? To say that Florentino Perez is a problem when he's the main reason that we've become the biggest and most successful club is crazy. He's not going to get everything right. Of course not. He's human. Man is not God. But to say that Perez is a problem for Real Madrid, wild. That to me is absolutely wild. Yo, bro, man's going to miss about 18, 20 games. He's still washed, but the board and Carlo made him worse. Yeah, I mean, bro, again, and he admitted that he was playing through injuries, injections, and all these different things. Now, look, W. Warrior Cooler, 100%, brother. Years of not getting rested by Ancelotti. You're not wrong. Dr. Will, yo, they don't call me MD Carnage for no reason, bro. Arteta has ran Saliba into the ground already. Now, don't worry, bro. Saliba will be here next season, Jordan. I'm telling you. Big up my guy, Dally, once again, bro. I appreciate the raid every single time. if you're new to this channel, if you've come from Dali, right? Welcome to Football Carnage. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe as well. What about the Crystal Palace center back? You're talking about Mark Guéhi? I don't think we're going to get him. I think Konate is who the club wants on the free deal. But I think even after signing Konate, we need to go out there and still spend big money on another center back. Because remember, Rudiger and Alaba are both leaving after this season. This is their they're leaving as their contracts expire. Nah, bro. It's not a hamstring injury. Look, I had it up right here, and I don't know. Look. The fucking rectus femoris is it's right. It's like, it's the thigh injury. It's right next to your thigh. Hey, look, I should ask my fiance. She knows like all these terms and shit. Let me see. Because Perez hung us out to dry last season. No, of course. I'm not saying that Perez is perfect. I'm not saying that Florentino Perez does not deserve to be called out. But to say that he's a problem is what I'm disagreeing with. Obviously, no president is perfect. But Florentino Perez is the greatest president that this sport has ever seen. So, no, he's not a problem. But us not investing a bit more into the defense, that was an issue. 100%. 100%, bro. Big up Rabona, by the way. I mean, I think we can use Carvajal as a right-sided center back if we're doing a back three. That's actually not... I mean, we've seen Carvajal play center back before. It's actually not a bad shout, to be honest. But I don't think Carvajal should be the first option. I think it's going to have to be, again, Militao. But you can't play Militao week in, week out. You do have to find a way to rest him. You don't want to risk him getting a serious injury. It's more of a depth issue for me. The player I won't miss since he's washed. I would play Carvajal, Mendy, or Joan Martinez before I play. Nah, okay, come on, bro. That's a bit mad, Sensei. So we should just discard Asensio because he was trash in the Club World Cup. Let's forget about what he did last season, where he was our best defender by far, and he actually played at a high level, earned the Spain team call-up. But let's just discard him because he had 3 shit games at the Club World Cup. I mean, that to me seems a bit harsh. I'm going to be honest. Nah, forget Militao, Barca lover. If Dean gets injured, yeah, I might just concede on this season, bro. If that happens, you will no longer hear me speaking with chest. Dean is that one guy. Like, as long as we have Dean in that back line, I still feel confident that we're going to be okay. Nothing can happen to Dean. Nothing. Nothing. Let's see. I don't only think that it's down to Carlo, though. I do believe that the club doctors and the board themselves play a role. Like, Carlo definitely deserves some blame, but I don't think that Carlo deserves all of it, if that makes sense. Agree, Anna. Asensio last season was on smoke. One bad season, and now, a couple of bad games. And now all of a sudden, he just can't play for Madrid again. Watch Perez pull Guéhi and Konate. Nah, I can't see that happening. I think Mark Guéhi ends up at Liverpool, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't rate Asensio like that, especially under this more controlled system with Xabi. Okay. Thing is, see, bro, I hear that. Like, and again, I don't think Asensio would, because again, I have to see him a bit more, because Asensio is good on the ball, though. Let's not act, bro. We've seen this guy's passing. Remember when Asensio made his debut? Remember that ball that he played over the top? Was that for Jude? I believe. So Asensio, I think, can play in this Xabi system. He just has not looked good when he got a chance. That's the issue. Let me see. Now, I mean, I don't think Mark Gahey's getting unnecessary hype. The guy has definitely been a good center back. I just don't think Madrid are really looking at. I mean, well, or maybe they are because he's free. We know how this board works. It is a market opportunity, technically. So, shit. I actually would not be surprised if that's what we're doing. Now, I wonder, did this Rudiger injury happen before or after Xabi did his press conference? I'm wondering. Man said, my guy had 2 bad touches and was sent to the shadow run. Yo, they trying to send Asensio to the gulag, bro. I definitely don't think that Asensio should be starting, but he does deserve another opportunity, though. We must give rest to Dean and Valverde, also to Mbappe. All of them played full-time with the national team. I mean, unfortunately, they cannot get rest right now. A lot of big games are coming up. We got to play our strongest 11 in these games that are upcoming. I don't see us resting players. Really? Let me see. Let me pull up Madrid's schedule real quick, chat. And then we'll get into the press conference. Hold on. Big up to chat every single time. And everybody that's watching, of course. How many likes are we on? Let's run those likes up, people. All right. Let me pull this up really quickly. So, we got Sociedad, who are shit, but you're not going to rotate. Like, we can't drop points. Marseille, you're not going to rotate. Espanyol, probably not going to rotate. Levante, brother, we're not, these players aren't going to realistically get a rest until we play Karat Almaty, the fucking Indian superheroes. They're like, that's the game where I'm saying, okay, we should go into this with a lot of rotations because our backups should be able to beat them, right? But the games leading up until that match, bro, you can't really rest anybody for any of these games. So, yeah, Karat Almaty, that's what I'm looking at, saying rest, right? Like, this is where Lunin needs to be making his season debut, right? This is where I want to see fucking Thiago Pitarch, Ceballos in the midfield, Gonzalo Garcia up top, right? Franco starting this game, Brahim Diaz starting this match. Fucking, if Mendy is fit, put Mendy at left back. No. Fran Garcia deserves to play this game, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, that's the game where I think rest will come for a lot of these guys. What the fuck? Yeah, but before that, you can't really rest these players, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, nah, he was awful during that Club World Cup for sure, bro. For sure. You're not about to see me trying to make excuses for how shit he was. I was very disappointed. I think Asensio was our biggest loser of the Club World Cup. Because for me, I think he entered that tournament possibly being a starter for Real Madrid, but he left that tournament not even being trusted by the manager, right? So initially, when Housen first came in, I was thinking him and Asensio, we'd have a Spanish duo at center back. But yeah, he literally played his way out of the rotation. So yeah, Asensio, in my opinion, is the biggest loser of the Club World Cup so far. Let's see. Bro, no, that was the conversation, Adam. Man says Perez out. Perez out. Are you mad? Yo, when Florentino Perez leaves this club, there's going to be a year or two period where we slightly, I don't think we're going to be as good. Bro, Perez is the greatest president this sport has ever seen, and people want him gone. It's like one of those things where you don't know what you have until it's just no longer available. Not my gaffer, bro. Not my gaffer, but not my El President, Don Perez. Respect my president, bro. Respect my president. I love Florentino Perez like he's my grandfather. Are you mad? If I met Florentino Perez, I would cry right now, bro. Bro, yeah, nah. No Perez disrespect is going to be. Now, again, he's not perfect, and he should be called out when he gets things wrong, which we have called him out. But he's the best that there is. There's not another president in this sport that I would take over Florentino Perez. Now, we are running a bit behind, right? Because we spoke so much about this Rudiger injury. But now, chat, we do got to get into the press conference, right? We do have a game against Sociedad at their stadium tomorrow, right? It's going to be a big game. They're shit. They're not on good form. May that continue against us, right? I definitely do not want to see any surprises. So, as always, right, Xabi Alonso did have his press conference. And you know what I am forgetting, bro? For some reason, it just completely skipped my brain when I was thinking about this game. Xabi Alonso is from Real Sociedad. Like, he was in their academy or their B team. Then he got into their first team. And then he ended up becoming a great player, playing for like Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern, for example, right? Also, when Xabi Alonso first became a manager, he was managing Sociedad's B team. And then from there, right, because he was doing some work in Madrid's academy with our youth, and then he got a job at Sociedad. Then he went to Leverkusen. Now he's at Real Madrid. So this is maybe a sentimental kind of game for him. So that is something that I did want to call out. Now, did my guy just say Xabi Alonso played for his dad? His dad was Sociedad's manager? What the fuck? Who's his dad? Hold on. No way does Xabi Alonso have a brother named Mikel. I was about to say, is Arteta? Who is his pops? Hold on. His father, Perico Alonso? Oh, shit. His dad played for Barcelona? Wow. Okay. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, bro. Shit. Yeah, Xabi's dad played for Barca. Managed Sociedad in 2000. Wow. Yeah. So look, clearly, that kind of does go with what I'm saying, chat, anyways, right? Like, this is a club that I'm pretty sure Xabi Alonso would consider home. Right? Like, so again, this is an interesting match for him to be managing, right? But the big quote that they're saying is, we've got games every 3 days, and we need everyone to be ready. You know what's crazy, bro? The content that we're about to get. Oh, my days, bro. Oh, my days. I'm so excited. Okay, so yeah, Xabi Alonso spoke to the press. Yeah, we're not going to read like all this right here. Let's just get straight to the questions because I don't have that much time. I will be on Zaire Talks, by the way, right after this. I'm going to redirect you guys over there. I'll be on Zaire Talks for like 30 minutes, and then we're going to get ready for football chaos. So let's see. So they asked him about Bellingham. Now, this is interesting because Jude has just come back from injury. I don't expect to see him, though, for the next few weeks. right? I don't think Jude should be a part of any match day squad until like the end or the opening week of October. So the end of September, maybe first week of October. Like that's when I would want to see Jude back on the pitch. Remember, they said it was a 3-month timeline. He's already been out for 2 months. So I don't think we're rushing him back. But on Jude Bellingham, he says, I'd like to be optimistic. I hope to see him back before October. Whoa, that's very key. I hope to see him back before October. You know, our last game of September, if I'm not mistaken, in La Liga is Atleti on the 28th. I can definitely see Jude being available for Atleti. Okay. He says he started doing a little bit with the group. No contact yet because we have to look after him, show his shoulder heals properly. Jude has really worked on his recovery. He's feeling good. He won't be available tomorrow, thank God. But we'll see if he can start making progress from next week and return to full training. When we're all happy, especially him, then we'll be thrilled to have him back. Yeah, the earliest I think we should be seeing Jude is Atleti. The earliest it has to be Atleti. Because that is only, 2 days before October? Then that would mean that Jude has been out for 2 months and like 3 weeks, which is kind of on the timeline of the 3-month. Remember, Jude has already been out for 2 months. Yeah, I'm saying Atleti the earliest. But, no. International break. I thought the international break was shit. Like, the only matchup that I was excited for was Turkey-Spain, and that turned into an ass whipping. Yeah. When I say Atleti, Rabona, I'm not speaking on him starting, but to have as an option off the bench, I wouldn't mind Jude being like on the bench. That's more so where I'm coming from. Man said Trent must be nursing Jude. Bro, what is wrong with you, bro? What do you mean by that, bruv?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
It's too risky. I get it. But at the end of the day, we don't know how his recovery is going. We can only go off of our opinions, but these medical guys are getting paid millions, bro. Millions to fucking figure this shit out. I just have to trust the club. Again, I would be critical. Let's say if Xabi Alonso said, oh yeah, Jude's going to be available next game. Then I'm sitting here saying, bro, what the fuck? But if he, again, remember, it's a 3-month timeline. He's already been out for 2 months. So I think he's on track. It's just about what game is he going to be a part of the match day squad. That's what I'm looking at. No. It's definitely risky, Sam. It is. But at the same time, I just got to trust that the club know what they're doing. Because I'm not a medical doctor. All that I have is my opinion. Why would the club put Jude in a position where he can re-injure himself? Like, I would have to think, or I would have to believe that the club are malicious to think that. Like, it wouldn't be in our best interest for Jude to come back and get re-injured. This is a player that they invested over 100 million euros into. If you guys think we care about Jude's health, trust me, they care even more. We didn't pay 100 million for Jude. 100 million did not come out of my pockets. That came out of the club's pockets. Trust me. They want Jude to be as healthy as possible. This is a major investment that they've made. 10% of $1 billion. On top of that, the wages that they're paying him. Jude is bagging like 20 million a year. Trust me. as much as we want Jude healthy, the club want him healthy more than us because it's their money that's on the line if it doesn't work. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Big up to my guy, Jonathan, says, have you seen the pic of Jude getting that? Oh, my days. My man said of Jude getting the sloppy on the beach. Nah, bruv. I did see the picture. Hey, look, man. Big up Jude, you know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the recovery process. Why you think that this guy is recovering so quick? W girlfriend for Jude, man. W girlfriend. Now, look, big up to my guy, Jonathan. That is crazy. My guy said, bro is healed already. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Obviously, that's not what was happening. But the fact that that's how it looks, if I was the Madrid board, I would have definitely talked. I'd have been like, yo, Jude, bro, please tell me that that's not what was going on in public. Surely you're not that much of an idiot. Oh, my gosh. Man said it was Trent in disguise, bruv. Nah, y'all are moving wild, bro. Well, yeah, what's up with y'all, man? Nah, that's crazy, though. That's crazy. All right, guys. All right. So, international break. I actually don't care about this answer or question, to be honest. Like who cares? Can Vini, Rodrygo, and Mbappé all start? Well, no, they can't, because Rodrygo only wants to play on the left. So, no. That's a simple question right there. I think Rodrygo is a fucking idiot. I rate him my favorite player at the club. I think he's an absolute baller. And I already said we'll never get the best version of this player at Real Madrid. But at the end of the day, bro, you have a chance to be a starter at this club on the right wing. You have a chance to lock down a position at Real Madrid. And you'd rather be a backup / rotational piece just to play on the left. You've been playing on the right for about 4 years now, consistently, bro. The fact that you've not been able to make that position your own, to me, is a disgrace, bro. This is where I didn't think about this initially, but I kind of have to question Rodrygo's mentality, bro. Now, on the right wing, we got to rely on Brahim or Franco, who, again, I'm going to be patient with Franco. Who knows what kind of player he'll turn out to be? But Rodrygo could be starting week in, week out. But he's choosing not to. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Anyways, let's see what he says. Yes, they can. They played a lot last year, and they can do the same now. Okay, so then start Rodrygo right wing against Sociedad. Do it. Do it then. Okay. He just said, yes, they can. Okay, so do it. Start Rodrygo right wing. Do it. I don't want to see... Franco doesn't deserve to start this game. Brahim is mid. Have him come off the bench. Start Rodrygo right wing then. There you go. Front three. Then they can all play together. Do it. He says, depending on the game and the other players' availability, it's not something I've ruled out. We've only played 3 games. Often we look to draw definitive conclusions from very short periods. I agree. He's cooking here. Too many fans are reactionary. I do agree with this. Like, it's only 3 games and people are already making, yeah. Like, I agree. As fans, we are reactionary. Like, that's just what it is. The word fan literally means fanatic. A fanatic means you're like a sports junkie. You're a team junkie. So, of course, we're going to be a bit extreme. But he is right here. He says, we'll assess things in due course. Refereeing explanations. Yes, I did see the refereeing explanations. Do you guys know that they came out, the referees? They said that Ferran Torres, the second goal against Mallorca, should not have counted. The referees have already said that should have been ruled off. And they also said Balde was a proper handball, and they said Arda was a proper handball. I don't agree with Balde and Arda's handball. To me, those are not handballs. But I did agree because at the time against Mallorca, when Barca played them, I did say that Ferran Torres goal should not have stood. But, you know, it is what it is. What was I cooking, chat? Let me see. He says, I don't think it's a bad thing. There may be things you agree with more. And I do agree, and I do like the idea that the refs are going to have to explain their decisions. I like that. Yes, I want to know why you made certain calls. Let me see. He says, I think explaining situations is a positive, and I hope, although I'm not certain that it will lead to fewer mistakes, we have to accept that mistakes will happen and try to contribute in the best way possible. I agree. Mastantuno playing for the under-20 World Cup. Fuck no. How about that? Tell Argentina to go suck one. Fuck no. You think I paid $45 million for this player to have to miss 7 games? Fuck no. Who cares about the under-20 World Cup? Gives a shit. Franco needs to be fighting for minutes, not at the under-20 World Cup. I saw Spain asked for Marc Bernal to play for the 20. Barca said, fuck no. Yeah, fuck off. No. He says, it's all up to us. Oh, if it's up to us, he'll be staying here. Yes. The fuck? Of course it's up to us. He don't need games. Brother, Kiki, if Argentina go all the way, he will be missing 7 Madrid matches. What do you mean? What World Cup is only for 7 days? Bruv, he'd be gone for like a month. Are you mad? Hell no. Franco needs to be fighting for his place at Real Madrid, not playing for Argentina in the under-20 World Cup. Fuck the under-20 World Cup. Respectfully. I do agree with this. I think refs should either have to explain themselves during halftime and right after games if the media wants to talk to them. They should. They should be obligated to have to answer for their decisions right then and there. I agree. Halftime, if a controversial decision happened in that first half, yes. And then after the game as well. I don't think Franco should want to go. Like, why would Franco want to play in the under-20 World Cup? It's not like the senior World Cup. That's different, obviously. Duh. But, Franco, if you lock down a spot in Madrid's 11, brother, you'll be getting called up for the main Argentina team. Fuck the under-20 World Cup, bro. No chance. I would not let him leave. I like what Xabi said. If it's up to us, he'll be staying here. Go find another kid to go fucking play. Yeah. Go call up Echeverri. That Man City flop. Go call up Echeverri, man. It's not happening. Franco, man like Slim Shady, is staying right here, bruv. Camavinga and Mendy's fitness. Okay, hopefully Camavinga is back for the next game against Marseille. That's when I'm expecting Camavinga to be in the squad. He says, Eduardo, do not call him Eduardo, bruv. I ain't gonna lie. Xabi Alonso, never call him Eduardo ever again, bruv. We refer to him as Camavinga, bruv. We don't use that first name, okay? Sounds a bit goofy. I ain't gonna lie. Xabi, you've been warned. It's Camavinga, bruv. Eduardo. You know how mad I'd be? Niggas name me Eduardo. He says, Eduardo is on a similar timeline to Jude. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
How could Camavinga be on the same timeline as Jude?
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
Let me tell you something right now, Camavinga. I rate you, bruv. I think you're a phenomenal player. And I think you're going to cook under this gaffer. But, brother, you have to understand, your Madrid future is on the line this season, bruv. You got to get this shit together. When you come back from this injury, brother, you better be fit the entire season. I don't even want to see you catch a cold. How can this man be on the same timeline as Jude? That is wild. If there aren't any setbacks, he'll be available for the squad soon. He's been given the all clear from the medical team. Furland is a bit further away. It's a bit more of a complex injury. He's a few weeks away. Okay. Yeah, look, I'm looking for Camavinga to be back against Marseille, bro. Adoption. Do we care about this question? All right, fuck it. We're still in the assimilation phase. There's still a long way to go, and we need more matches or a better run of games because we want to be able to change things around. We're looking better physically after what was a short time to prepare, and now things are more back to normal with games every 3 days. We need fresh legs, guys who can come in and contribute at any moment. We're getting okay. This is fucking waffling. Come on, bro. We're moving on. Mbappé and his leadership. Why do I feel like I don't care about this? But okay. Mbappé is in great shape, both in a footballing sense and personally. I think following his first season at Madrid, he's hungry for another year. You see how he's relishing his role on a daily basis, and he's not the only one. The responsibility has to be shared if we want to forge that strong base in the dressing room. I do think our dressing room is great vibes. I'm going to be honest. Like, all these guys seem like they're very, like, close. I will say that. Like, our dressing room seems like a great place at the moment. And I do like the fucking connection that it seems like our teammates have. And I say fucking our, like I own the club. But y'all know what I mean. Let me see. Where we left off at. We've only played 3 games, and we have to gradually lay the foundation for how we want to compete, for how we want to work day to day, and to keep developing as a team. Kylian is a key part of that. He was decisive for France again, and we need him. Fair enough. Planning in blocks of time. Huh? I don't care about that, bruv. 3 at the back. Okay, this does interest me. The Club World Cup was a little different to what we're seeing now. Yes, because Jude or Camavinga is not available. So, yeah, you know, you're not going to start with the back 3, right? But it says we're seeing that now. It was about taking a game plan rather than establishing key concepts about how we want to play. More than having 3 at the back, it was about having a central midfielder who can drop in and play at center back. That's something I think we can use again. W. Tchouaméni. We've got 5 center backs here. Alaba, Rudiger. Well, shit. Obviously, this interview happened before the Rudiger injury came out. Obviously. Militao, Raul, Housen, and Tchouaméni, who can play there. I do not want to see Tchouaméni starting at center back. What you've been doing with this player has been phenomenal. Do not put him at center back, please. We have other options before you could use him. Like, Tchouaméni needs to be a last resort. That must mean if Tchouaméni's playing center back, in my opinion, that means that we've had hella injuries. Like, fucking Militao got injured, Rudiger still injured, Carvajal got injured, Asensio got injured, Aguado got injured, like, Tchouaméni needs to be like the 7th option at center back. But I do agree with him in terms of, look, Xabi Alonso is an adaptable manager. There's not just one formation or one style of play. So I agree, bro. Like, the squad is not the same like what it was during the Club World Cup. So why would we continue to do the same thing if we're missing Jude? If Camavinga's not there, right? It doesn't really make sense. So you have to adapt. I think the 4-3-3, it does work currently. So, yeah, no problems. 7 games to come. Every game is vitally important. Every point could have a decisive impact in the long term. Next up is Anoeta. Is that the fucking... Is that like the name for Sociedad? Is that the name for Sociedad? Okay. Are you approaching this run of games as your first test? Fuck no. The first test was the Club World Cup, bro. Are you mad? I don't care about that. How do you plan to manage Trent and Carvajal? Two very good right backs. Squad competition is good. Duh. Fortunately, we have healthy competition within the squad. That's good for the team and the players. They have to be pushed to give their best. You know there is strong competition. You see teammates who are ready to play. So far, Trent and Carvajal have both had an impact in other positions as well, whether that be at center back or out wide. I think it's a reality or what? No, I think it's a really healthy thing for the day-to-day in the squad, so nobody feels disconnected. Whoever deserves it will play. That will be the case throughout the year, okay? How are Vini Jr. Militao finished by not trying to? Okay, I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about that. I don't care about them not being called up for Brazil. Okay, let's do a couple questions, guys, and I do have to wrap. Let me see. Oh, the stadium. Okay. I don't know why. I never thought about what Sociedad Stadium is called. Man says something Barca doesn't have, a home. Yo, Barcelona are really homeless, bro. Maybe when they were talking about adoption, we were talking about Barca, bro. Why do we need so many players from France? Well, France produce a lot of great talent. Some of the best players in the world are from France, and we would like to have some of the best players at our club, right? So it makes sense. Bro, everybody looks like they're very close. I'm going to be honest. Man said homeless FC. I doubt that Joan Martinez is going to get called up right now. Doubt it. We'll see in like a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Spare change. Barca fans.
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
Hold that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll go to Barca, their YouTube channel, and, send them a little super chat so that they can use that to register men like Rooney Bargy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll go give them a little $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that go a long way. Beggars can't be choosers. Beggars cannot be choosers. Nah. But look, guys. Look, guys. Look. W stream, right? This is going to take you over to Zaire Talks. I will be on his channel for like the opening 30 minutes. Then we're going to be doing Football Mania in about 2 hours, right? So when you guys go over there, let my guy Zaire know Carnage Raid. And I do want to leave you with a nice parting message.
Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.